Hello potatoes! Welcome back to another video, another reaction video. So this time I went back and checked out Max0r. So I see there is this, he did a video on Doom, which my friend did play it. And I heard it is pretty good and wanted to check out in the future. And so I thought, why not check it out? But I won't even remember all of the details when I play the game. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, I'm ready for you this time, Max0r. Let's see if you can bamboozle me again. Hello. That Doom? Oh, that is a cool axe. Just. Oh, Amogus meme. Oh, I'm guessing this is when the Amogus game was popular, huh? Yeah. Oh my god, the music is so good.
Doom Eternal is a game with so much testosterone dripping from its orifices that it caused me to create a son via mitosis. In this adventure, you play as John Doom, a man stricken with irrationally severe autism who does not consider or think through his actions and effects on other people.
Jesus.
In his quest to save mankind,
oh my god, so violent. Already, so violent.
God, who is also himself. If this in-depth and engaging hardcore male gameplay sounds appealing, then I've got the game for you. This game is of course the sequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016
the master.
Alright then, buddy. I'm going to shit yourself. Which meaningfully extends and builds off of the gameplay challenges that we love, then extends them some more off of a fun blip until the product that emerges out the other side resembles crack concentrate. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've probably played the game.
I have never played it before. I don't even know who Doom is.
Entertain people, and if you're clamoring for entertainment and haven't purchased this game yet, do yourself a favor.
Should I buy it?
Hormones here to
Should I buy it?
Someone, and I can guarantee you results, my fellow Sigma males. So whether you're a psychopath like me or new to modern Doom games,
I'm new to it. Don't even know what Doom is.
Gameplay, beautiful environments, nonsensically fucked up lore, and remixed Mongolian throat singing.
There are Lord in here?
But Doom is eternal.
Thought it was just shooting monster around the place.
I would say that Doom Eternal's gameplay is quite unique and not for the reason
so
that
wireless.
you think. Everything in Doom Eternal is funneled directly into a single, robust, multifaceted, multinational, and unilaterally combat system.
So many guns I'm seeing.
But Max0r, I hear you thinking, that's every game ever. Yes. Every good game ever. If I, for instance, became 12 and GTA 5, I would be able to do at least a dozen unfun activities. Doom's design is focused harder than the average Persona fan on his local playground, and that is special. You will play the game in the way that is fun, or you will lose.
Fun,
so as good
but I don't know how it's fun when playing it.
Could beat the first half, and that's unacceptable because yes, it is actually unfun to play games after having a lobotomy. In other games, I get to choose between things like stealth, vehicles, or outright combat. Yet Doom Eternal asks the question, why not force you to use every mechanic all the time without stopping? In a world where AAA studios try to pander to everyone, it's refreshing to have a game that sets out to do one thing the best and actually have developers who give a shit about linear design and gameplay. And the main component of that gameplay is the arsenal, because John Doom uses every weapon throughout the game. The first shotgun is used in the last level, and the last level is used by the first shotgun. When you get an upgrade, it isn't a replacement, it's a genuine addition to your arsenal. Every one of them has specific uses, and yet these don't interfere at all. They enhance. How do I kill
what the fuck is
well?
that?
Shoot his hands on fire, fire able to fire flame. Fire on his freeze and froze shotgun.
You can do all that?
Just as important as how you kill is how you heal and how you restore.
I see a sniper there.
Rivals my dog in a kindergarten. Like real life,
fast
the only way to get
pace.
ahead of the competition is to kill them. How do I heal when low?
Come on, I can keep up with this. Kill them. Yeah, kill them.
In addition, most weapons
I can keep up with Max0r somehow.
Change their behavior. Such stunning examples would be the microwave, the automatic shotgun, and the fucking destroyer.
Whoa, that's so cool.
But on top of 8 weapons, 12 mods, and a declining mental state, we keep
so many things in
here.
here.
One weapon, you'll be using your suit abilities, and they all have individual
suit
buttons.
ability?
This is in addition to the 8 that you use for weapons.
Dependent abilities.
For fast, grenade for
Oh,
death, grenade for
oh
light,
my god,
punch
there's
for
so
no
many
reason,
stuff
and
in
a
here.
flamethrower for armor. I play Invoker in Dota 2, and this shit makes me play my keyboard.
It seems like you can do a lot of stuff in here.
I recommend playing PC and never using the weapon wheel for maximal Ritalin output. And if you can't switch weapons fast or play on easy mode, that's fine, man. We're all busy. How about I give you 2 more
I'm a
buttons?
baby
You
when
thought
gaming.
that's done. There's 2 ways to kill a demon in Doom Eternal: the fun way or the funny
I
way.
want the funny
and to
way.
maximize the funniness level, we have the Crucible.
Oh, a
It's
sword.
Instantaneous kill on every
Oh,
enemy.
that's so
Giant area
big.
boss, dead. Previous area boss,
That's
dead.
so OP.
The final boss. Fuck 'em. Now I hear you thinking, Josh, that sounds pretty strong. Oh boy, buckle your ass. Because the second super weapon on my extensive list of 2 things is the BFG, which canonically stands for Big Fucking Gun.
that
Also
true?
canonically, it fires a hole directly into the
Is that
core
true?
of
Is
Mars.
that gunship named the big fucking gun? He did. He did. Oh.
Now, I could kill an enemy the long way, or I could kill him and
Fast
his dog
way.
faster than the ATM
Yeah.
in Waco. It clears out everything you can
Oh my
see
god.
instantly. I
I
am
not
so
use it all the
thankful the game
time.
limits how many
Oh,
times
it
you
got
can do
limit.
this. Now,
I got
understand
it.
that at first this may seem complicated, but that just isn't true because the entire game is effectively
Oh.
a tutorial for hard mode. And because you're always
There's so
learning as you
many
play, it never
monsters
feels stale.
here.
Doom even lets you choose what stats and runes
Oh, you got
I
stats?
spent entirely into
And guns?
mobility and ammo,
Wow.
making my character a flimsy, crack-addled spider monkey. As a
Wow.
side note, we should release dozens or possibly
Oh, so many
hundreds
monkeys.
of macaques into New
Look
York
at them.
City. They can survive there.
Look at
Why does
them.
Thailand get to keep
So
all
many
of the
monkeys.
good monkeys? So what more is there to learn about Doom Eternal? Well, have you ever given thought to the various
Yeah.
unwashed baboons that I'm fighting?
Yeah.
The answer may shock you.
I was
Those are the
getting pretty
As you may have
interested in
guessed,
them.
There are at least 3, perhaps 4 demons in the game, which is a lot for someone who is a small, blonde anime lolly such as myself. But it's the variety of the demons that make the game interesting. Demons can fly,
Why?
they can roll around like hedgehogs, contract obesity, and be bastards. Who is Sandy Loam? Who is Tsushima? Amy Rose? I didn't know she could stand.
So random.
The point of the entire game, therefore, is to balance targets, switch weapons, and scream internally as you repeatedly
Yeah.
fail to be
You
cool,
seem like
just like high school.
you
What I'm
just
getting
shoot
at
a
is
lot.
every demon
You
has
just
completely
kill a
different
lot in
behavior and
this
goals
game
for
from
one
what
another.
I'm
The
seeing.
Doom Hunter rolls around in a comically small tank. The zombies, like us, exist to die. And the Marauder produces controversy.
cool though.
He does a lot of damage, blocks your
at
attacks,
them.
fights you at
Whoa.
wild speeds, and can only be attacked after
Yeah,
blatantly signaling
I
so.
see.
I personally have no issue with him, as I find the challenge fun and engaging.
The
And if you
challenge
don't,
is
I'm
fun.
not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're bad. I'm not getting into the details for each one since that's not funny, but don't worry, there are 27 of them without DLC. And if you're wondering why I'm fighting the entire cast of Dante's
So many
Inferno,
content
you're
in this
actually the
game, huh?
minority. This game tries at every moment to make exposition collectible.
Oh, you can
Why
collect
is there just
stuff?
a fucking big spear in the planet? And why is heaven comprised entirely of
That's
moth
so
people?
beautiful.
You cannot stop the procession.
No?
It feels like one guy wrote the events of the game and another guy invented LSD just to write the backstory. So I'm
Is
going to
there a
combine
story?
both of them into
Lord?
a single,
Yeah?
accurate interpretation
Lord.
of the Doom lore.
Time to
If I say
see some
something
Lord.
objectionable, just pretend that it's right.
Oh my god, the music. Yeah.
One Brazilian years
Uh-huh.
ago, there was a guy named the Dad who was effectively God, and
Oh,
he made
yeah.
moths in lamp
Why
heaven
moth,
called
though?
the
Why
Makers.
moth?
Every 10,000 years, all
Why does
moths
it have to be
combine
moth?
their collective consciousness into one gigamoth called the Khan Maker, who is the Moth Pope.
Moth
so the moths rule over the galaxy, sort of,
So
until
cute.
Earth happens, and then we start fucking everything
Oh.
up. The Moth Pope finds John Doom after a spree of murders, and he explains to her that yes, hell exists. It's weird that humans knew about hell
Wait.
before God. Anyways,
God
the
don't know
Moth
about
Pope,
human?
after finding out
And
that
God
hell is
don't
real,
know
very
about
usually
hell?
decides to sacrifice a planet.
Okay.
See, it turns out that God literally pieced the fuck
Uh-huh.
out like 10 million years ago and let the moths do whatever they wanted. So now the Khan Maker cannot be replaced and cannot
Oh.
die, so she sort of goes
Oh.
insane from the constant immortality. Now the plan is
Does
to get
she
some of that
try
sweet
to
hell
get
energy
hell
where he'd be
energy?
sacrificing entire planets to the Dark Lord in exchange for
Why
it.
though?
Meanwhile, a sentient robot
Why
named
would she
Samuel
do
Hayden
that,
is
though?
very busy on Mars. Earth has this problem called climate
Uh-huh.
change, and we need to find a new energy
we need it
source.
bad.
So instead of something hard and difficult like solar power, Samuel Hayden is like, what if we extract this cool blue energy from hell?
From hell, yeah.
Also, it's on Mars.
Why Mars?
Earth
Yeah.
does this until hell begins breaking into Mars and John Doom stops them, which is the plot of Doom 2016. This makes Samuel Hayden mad because he's funded by the Koch brothers and really doesn't want to build a windmill. So instead of destroying the demonic crucible, he just brings it back to Earth and catapults John Doom into the backstory planet. If you think that sounds unreasonable, just remember that we considered blotting out the sun before building a
Wait,
fucking solar
wait.
panel.
Really? He say?
Unsurprisingly, demons invade to recycle Earth into blue energy for the mob.
Oh, sound
so
about
John Doom
right.
has to fight both Catholics and hell. And as you go through the game, you might notice that it just brings up random shit at will. Like, oh sorry, the Soul Factory is being held there by two gigantic
Whoa, they're so big.
Like,
can you fight them?
I guess Attack on Titan is real now.
Can you fight them?
You'll need this knife to kill my
Oh,
son.
what for?
Oh shit, what'd he do? He's the giant uncontrollable demon titan. The plot of the main game, to understate it, is psychotic and acts as an increasing checklist of galactic.
Oh my god, so bloody.
Just in this one game, John Doom finds an ancient city like 3 times, goes to the North Pole to kill Santa, fights Croatia,
not the Santa there, no.
does a little cockfighting, invades heaven, and permanently kills God.
Oh my god.
We'll get back to that. Doom 2016 took place on Mars, but this game has you slung around the universe on a
Oh, we're going
bungee
everywhere,
cord.
huh?
So I understand completely when people say they don't play Doom Eternal for the plot. They're just wrong. I play Doom Eternal for the plot, and that might
fun,
sound
though.
strange to you. But Eternal's plot is pure insanity, and it does everything that it needs to. We are
The game is
painfully aware
good
that
and the plot,
exists as a contrivance
it's
because
not
the
a problem.
environmental designer went fucking ballistic. I just don't care. I played every single level, gleefully wondering,
Look
boy,
fun,
what
yeah.
stupid shit is next? I cannot fucking wait. So play the game for the plot. It is integral to the experience of Doom Eternal. Oh, but Max0r, there's a plot hole. How did the Doomslayer get the first? Everything I've said so far, except some of it, applies in full partially to the base game. But there's $40 dues of DLC where the gameplay is faster, the challenge harder, and the plot somehow even fucking worse in all the right departments. 2016 was a wash. Eternal is Usain Bolt, and the ancient gods is fucking Venezuelan inflation. You thought it was over when John Doom beat the demons.
I don't know what to say. All I'm seeing is colors.
That's just the beginning. And with both parts
try
of the
to
DLC
listen to
now
him.
fully out,
He is so
my
fast.
recommendation cannot be understated. Let's get into why, and more importantly, what.
Gods. Yeah, gods.
This section
Yeah.
of the video is going to be different,
Okay.
far more structural, and aligned with the plot of the DLC. Because the gameplay isn't what's new about the product, it's the challenge and the story. I originally wrote an entire script for this and then trashed it because it doesn't truly communicate how this DLC drove me to insanity, and I hard cope by simping for 2D women. I will tell you if there's a very big gameplay change, but the point of the DLC is more of what's amazing. If you like Doom Eternal, you will like the DLC. Period. Okay,
The
so
fun
Samuel
though,
Hayden,
yeah.
you might know him for his various
The
appearances
robot.
on political
Yeah, the
YouTube
robot.
debates advocating for carbon positivity. It turns out
But-
that he's not a robot. He's a fucking angel. Also,
what?
John Doom's
Spoiler?
Alexa is God. That's not a joke or exaggeration. His name is Vega, and he is the physical remnant
Spoiler?
of God's consciousness in AI form. So Samuel, now a fucking divine being, wants you to revive him since both God and Satan are trapped in volleyballs. At this point, the video can't count as spoilers because it makes no fucking sense. The first DLC is essentially trolling because you kill God.
Okay.
Why? Well, obviously to revive Satan, exclusively so you can fight him. What could go wrong? Of particular note here on the gameplay side,
So he
is the
just
final
bring back
boss, who
Satan
is
to kill
Samuel
him?
Hayden, because holy
Wow.
shit, this fight is hard. Also, the premise is ridiculous, and my enjoyment of the game is hurt by neither. Every aspect of this is speedy, fun, and everything else I've already said about the game in general. And when you finally beat Samuel and revive the Dark Lord, it turns out he's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Random.
The only thing in the world that could possibly kill John Doom.
Does he look like
himself.
him though? Why does he look like him?
No blood can be smeared than this holy blood.
So now the not you decides to go to hell where we all belong, and the second DLC is just chasing him. This is of course where the testosterone moves into critical levels. How does one get
he
to
got
the
big.
capital city of hell? Well, that's a great question. First of all,
King-
go to
he's
the planet
in a
of
sort of
Argent
Gundam or
like
something.
The bat signal. Learn how to
Oh,
train your
a dragon?
okay? Go into the giant spear that pierces
Oh,
the entire planet
that
for
looks
some reason.
sick.
Get the key to the gate of Doom. Now go back to Earth,
Wow.
traverse The Last of Us 2, and find the gate of Doom.
You can
But
go
before I get to
everywhere
the
here.
final showdown with Crash Bandicoot Twin Sanity, there's some cool gameplay I want to talk about. You have a fucking hammer in this DLC,
Hammer!
primarily used to defy the laws of gravity, but
Oh.
secondarily gives you everything in the game. Health, no problem. Ammo, absolutely. My
That
deepest,
seemed to be
darkest
too
urges?
OP
Yes.
though.
As I used this, I became more obsessed with hammers than Bob the fucking Builder. And there's plenty of demons to use it on, since the DLC adds a shitload of reskins. For instance, the Spirit is a congealed amphetamine mass that makes every infested target 3 times faster.
God.
Microsoft Pinball, who is fun to fight, I promise. And the Blood Makers. They are my original OC.
Wow.
Do not steal it. So now that we've reached Cleveland, it's time for the DLC to
Find a
gain
boss?
style. This is
Find
the
a boss?
culmination of all of our work. The final battle
looks
against
sick.
Satan himself.
Oh
And
my God,
holy
look at
shit,
him.
You can feel it. When the Sentinel army shows up and everyone's
Whoa,
ready to kick
we
ass,
have
you just can't help
big,
but feel
big
like you're
boy
getting
too.
beat.
We have big
Cleveland lives
giant
up to the
too.
hype, too. for once because it's a non-stop battle of epic proportions right up until the final boss.
The gun seems to be too OP for this.
Acknowledges your godlike power by making the only credible threat to you your identical twin with red eyes in a
Hey, Gundam! I tell ya!
And it's a beautiful send
right
up until the man himself, who awkwardly waddles around the arena like
he looks so funny, yeah.
Fine, the fight is still cool.
He does look cool though.
Wow, you know, it's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma.
Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls.
Oh,
Now,
look
before we
cool.
defenestrate, there's a few details I want to talk about that truly complete this game, make it a real 10 out of good. Firstly, I would classify the music of this game as metal
I was
without
about to
guitars,
say it
and
too,
I
the
fucking
music
dig
is so
it
good.
much. How do you make metal without a guitar? Well, you sample Mongolian throat singing and your lawnmower. It just sounds
it
so
sounds
good.
good.
Normally music isn't very important, but it's so good that it becomes important. And the role it plays in setting your mood is vital. Also, the main composer Mick Gordon, like me, watches virtual YouTubers every waking second of his day. Great minds think alike. In fact, most of the music in this video is just Doom Eternal soundtrack. Guess you'll have to rewatch it over and over again to really listen. Finally, this game looks really good.
Yes, it looked very cool.
I'm stroking out.
Looks very cool. Yeah, I was about to say.
In the game, it is unreal. It is so downright inspired that it
looks
makes you
so
feel
good.
bad while playing it. Doom Eternal is such a fast and pulse-pounding game that it's like sprinting through the fucking loop.
Oh yeah.
How am I supposed to appreciate the Mona Lisa when it looks
Look
like
at that.
this? Should you buy the game? Yes, I am very biased. If speed
I
and
know,
action
should
is what
I?
you crave and you want to induce cardiac arrest early, this is your game. I would like to thank the Demonic Brotherhood funding this channel in exchange for their souls. If you would like to engage in blood sacrifice on my behalf, you can head to my Patreon
Yeah,
to
the game
learn more. Thank
is
you all for watching.
interesting.
They're coming.
You liked the video? Did I make you chuckle or giggle? If I did, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, okay? I do daily live stream and sometimes I post video if I got time. So yeah, feel free to join my gang. Well, join my channel. Okay. Thank you and goodbye.